Hey everyone, the Godly Dragon here. So, as you all know, we are in different times. There is a virus going around known as COVID-19, or coronavirus disease. It started out as just a concern, but then it got to the point where the government and the CDC made recommendations that led to people quarantining themselves, which has also led to bars, restaurants, churches, and other places to be shut down. There are different opinions among Christians on how we should respond to the situation. Many churches are closing down because they feel compelled to respect the law according to Romans 13, which says to submit to the governing authorities. But some people think that we should not obey these laws because they are anti-God laws that are keeping everyone from going to church and fellowshipping together. Now, I'm going to be a voice of reason here. If it was proven that the purpose of these laws was solely to keep Christians out of church and away from each other, then we should disobey that law and get together anyway. But that's not proven at all. Let's think about this logically. Over here in my state, churches are closed down because they want to respect the CDC and President Trump. And this was before the governor of California ordered all people to be quarantined in their homes. And let's just think about the kind of person that Donald Trump is. My opinion on Donald Trump is that I believe he is someone that means well throughout the whole situation. What he wants to do is that he just wants to keep everybody safe and keep the virus from spreading. He loves America and he cares about everyone here. Also, he really likes Christians. You know, he supports religious freedom. Donald Trump is supposedly a Christian himself, which is debatable, but he surrounds himself with Christian people. He's also very pro-life. He is a voice for the unborn children, and he is also pro-Israel. He supports their right to exist, and he had the U.S. Embassy moved to Jerusalem, which is a good thing he did. Now, I'm not saying Trump is perfect. He still has his own sins he's struggling with, and his own issues like the rest of us. He has said and done some things I don't agree with sometimes. But my point is, considering that Trump is a very pro-Christian president, I don't think we should get too upset that churches are closing down. If we had a Democratic president, on the other hand, that doesn't like Christian people and opposes everything that is good, that would be another story. In that case, there would be better reason to believe that something fishy is going on. But I don't believe that's the situation we're in. I miss going to church and I miss going outside to do fun things. I would do those things in a heartbeat, but only if times weren't what they are now. Abiding by these guidelines is what is keeping us from getting sick and what is preventing the virus from spreading. If it spreads even more, we aren't going to get out of this situation anytime soon. I mean, perhaps if we kept churches open, God would protect His faithful believers from getting the virus, but I understand why 90% of churches are closing at the same time, and that's because they want to respect the law and they want to keep the virus from going around. So, here's some final words. I think the devil is trying to use this situation to split apart the body of Christ and make us all fight with each other. We can't afford to let that happen. If we are fighting with ourselves, we aren't focusing on the worldly forces that want to take away our freedom to worship. There's going to come a day where the Antichrist will rise to power, and tribulation saints will be martyred if we don't take the mark of the beast. But until that day inevitably comes, we need to protect our religious freedom to the best of our ability, which is something we take for granted all too often. So, if you're mad at the pastors in your area for closing their churches down, just let the anger go, and forgive them and love them anyway. Because as Christians, that's what we are supposed to do, forgive each other. That's something I am working on too, and I know I am not perfect also, which is why I would want others to forgive me too. Most importantly, pray that this whole situation will blow over soon so that things will go back to normal and we can all go back to church again like we normally would. Say no to legalism and say yes to the grace of God in this very difficult situation. As far as what's going to happen to this ministry, well, this situation isn't going to change anything because I work on all Godly Dragon videos and posts at home. It hasn't gotten big enough to the point where I can hold gatherings. So, that's my opinion on this whole situation. And as always, I would be happy to hear all your perspectives on this, even though I might disagree with you. For now, stay safe in your lairs. God bless, everyone.